Just as we got hit with the Adobe Figma acquisition, another giant corporation is announcing that they're entering the design tool field. Microsoft just announced Microsoft Designer, a tool based on AI that helps you create designs faster, and that is a very innovative and creative name, I must say. That's very Microsoft. Notice how I use the word design, but not UI design. That's because this tool is not going to be a direct competition to Figma, but instead it's gonna be something more like Canva is right now. So a simple design tool that will allow regular people, non-designers, to create some simple visual elements. So imagine your favorite soccer mom using this tool to design your birthday party invitation, hoping that maybe at 40 you're gonna finally move out of the house. So it's more for things like a birthday invitation or a social media post or a missing cat poster. Those little regular things that non-designers do when they feel a little bit creative and they want to just do it themselves instead of buying a pre-made one. They even say it in their little survey on the website because there is no choice of selecting a UI designer or interface designer there. It's mostly about people creating content or artful style content. Many UI designers think that we're at the center of the design world, that we're the majority, and why did Adobe buy Figma and not the other way around? And they fail to understand that UI design, interface design, UX design, whatever you call it, is maybe like 1 or 2% of the entire design industry. That includes print, graphics design, film, animation, and like a lot of other things that companies like Adobe do. This is why Canva is valued at $26 billion and Figma was way overvalued at 20. So no, Microsoft Designer is not going to be an AI tool that will basically create a make design button and take away the jobs from UI and UX designers. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's look at what they've shown in the video. What I found especially interesting is that they went with Neumorphism, or let's say Neumorphism 2.0, as it's a little bit different with slightly more contrast on the buttons themselves, but at the same time that embossed ugly text on the buttons that really reminds me of the worst part of the late 90s web design. But we need to understand that this is not for the tech-savvy, minimal design-loving designers. This is for like the regular population, so it needs to be a little bit quirky, a little bit friendly, and a little bit, let's say, not over-designed so they don't feel threatened by the tool. It's more of like a friendly generator instead of this huge intimidating design tool for professionals. This is not an app that I'm going to use myself. But let's explore some of those weird design choices here. What I really don't like about this is those mismatched icon line thicknesses. This kind of screaming inconsistency that makes this entire thing look a little bit like it was designed in Microsoft Designer. And yeah, I don't think that's the best idea. Also, it's good to focus on how bad the optical alignment of text in the boxes is. It's like really off. And then we get the mismatched input heights. Some of the inputs are higher, some of them are lower, and then the text is of course not in the center in either one of them. So it just kind of looks messy and chaotic. And then it gets detached from the background into this nice animated presentation, and that starts to look actually quite good. However, in that animation, I have to say I really love the combination of those micro interactions with the arrow bouncing and rotating and the nice sound design that accompanies that. This is surprisingly satisfying, and yeah, this is probably the best part of this entire video. The inconsistencies though are driving me a little bit insane here. Like, I understand why the button is so in your face and over the top and vibrant and colorful, but then you have super minimal elements right next to it, and then you have some elements that are somewhere in between, like the checkboxes. I don't really think that's the best way to design, to create 3 distinct styles on just one form. And then of course the actual app is pretty nice, minimal and well aligned, so that entire presentation was just a quirky way of showcasing the app, but if you're showcasing a design app, I really believe you should try to make it look like it was well designed. So not making it misaligned or some odd spacing or odd font choices on purpose. But don't get me wrong, even though I don't really like how that app is designed, I believe that Microsoft is doing the right thing entering that market, because that is a huge market and there's a lot of money to be made there. But it's not a design tool, so you shouldn't really worry about AI taking your job anytime soon. You can just relax and have a beautiful day.